I don't know what to say. I'm drawing a big old blank. You know what? Let's just roll the intro. I need to put my thoughts together. Let's just go. Let's just freaking go. What's up, guys? Jugs here, and this is Wattam on my screen right there. Now, you're probably thinking, what am I doing playing a game like this? Now, this can be deceiving at first, but don't judge a game by its looks or cover. And, well, we're not talking about a book, but anyways, don't judge a game by the way how it looks till you play it for yourself, of course. Even the game has random kid noises and sentient poop characters. This is gonna be a hard game to convince for people, I swear.
Okay, which one of you guys has heard of Keita Takahashi? Let me rephrase that question. Who has heard of the king Katamari Damacy? Now we got somewhere to start. Wattam is made by the same guy that made the Katamari series. Keita Takahashi is his name. Now don't worry out because he's a gem in the gaming industry. Keita-san is known for his designs and how trippy they look. I mean, Katamari is a perfect example. I could mention this other word like Nobi Boy, but Katamari is what he's known for. When is the last time a game lets you take control of a tiny princess Katamari to collect materials for his father to recreate the stars in the sky? I'll wait till I get an answer. No? Nothing? Okay, we're clear to go. After breaking out from Namco and developing games for a bit, he joined an indie studio, Phenomena, to develop the spiritual successor to Katamari, which later turned out to be Wattam. Now it's interesting how Keita-san came up with the idea of this game. While researching for the game, I found an article on the AV Club which perfectly encapsulates the charm the game has. To put it simply, Takahashi's playtime with his then 2-year-old son inspired him to make this game. That childish imagination is seen throughout the game, ranging from the animations, the sound, even the way the characters act like with their childlike personas. If one were to take a snapshot of this game, you would tell that this game is innocent at heart.
So what is the point of Wattam anyways? I mean, there has to be a point to this childlike dreamscape, right?
Much to your skepticism, there actually is a story. Mother Earth, where most of our colorful cast lived at, gets attacked by some mysterious object or being that we don't know about yet. Emphasis on the word yet. In order to save face, Mother Earth sets off a bomb under her crown and sends pieces of her flying out into space. Many years later, the mayor is brought back to life. He is shown by his green cube-shaped top hat and of course the mustache, almost like a mini version of Mr. Monopoly. The mayor is all alone in this world that Mother Earth dispersed out into the great wide open. I mean, look at the poor guy, he's crying because he has no friends to be around with. Now this part hits home to me because middle school was a really rough time in my life. I was that one weird kid in school that no one liked. I was fat, a nerd, and I confided myself to my manga, which at the time was considered not normal for a kid my age to do so. Oh, the times before anime and manga was socially acceptable. Without diverting too much, the mayor is not alone in this lonely world. He has to discover friends to be with, which is another goal to this game.
That right there is wholesome, and it just warms his already cold heart of mine. Then again, I don't even have to punch a wall to feel like a man all over again. But however, I do get this itch every now and then, but I'm just gonna ignore it for the rest of this video.
Now here's the kicker about this game. You don't only have to control the mayor. I mean, yeah, he has an awesome top hat with fireworks in it to impress his friends and send them on a magical journey in the sky. You get to control every character in this game. All through the use of the right analog stick, you can seamlessly transition between characters, while a bit cumbersome when they are crowded, otherwise it's fine as it is. I also like how every time you change to a different character, the background music changes. Take a listen for yourself at some example. Now that is some attention to detail with this game. The fact they go far and beyond to create a different style of music for each character shows that the developers really cherish their creation. Now, this is not a jab towards other developers because I'm pretty sure most of them cherish their creations from start to end. The story is not so clear once you start the game, let alone the main goal of the game, which is to reconstruct Mother Earth. The story starts unfurling once you complete every task in each of the 4 seasons. Yes, even the 4 seasons are playable characters and are shown as being huge pieces of platforms with arms.
Now all we're missing is Frankie Valli, and if and only if it will truly be the 4 seasons right there.
Back on track, every season has a secret underground to it that holds a piece of lore to the world, whether it's through a scroll, a book, or even a tablet out of all things. Yes, people read books through tablets, get over it, Grandpa. Every time you read the lore, they give more details on your true objective to playing this game. That goes to reconstruct Mother Earth through the use of your friends you make on your journey. Each season has a new friend to complete objectives for. One mission you could be stacking characters to be the same size as a bowling pin. Another one you can make a face for a runaway doll looking thing. It's kinda weird to explain unless you play the game for yourself. Each season has their own mayor-like character too, just with different shapes. You can tell they appreciate each other's company too because they like blowing each other up using the dynamites hidden under their cap. It's pretty much how they greet each other. Each simple task in this game slowly repopulates the world of Wattam bit by bit. Everything in this world smiles, giggles, hell even cry to show they are not one-dimensional. They even have a mind of their own when you don't control them, of course. Some of these replace objects on their heads, to even playing with each other. It's also innocent from beginning to the end. All characters have the same ability to run around, climb on objects, and hold each other's hands. Hell, you can even zoom the camera all the way out and control the damn sun, which also has a personality of its own. However, there are some characters that have their own special abilities, not including the mayor-like characters. The fan, of course, can blow objects and others away. I said blow. I swear, I'm an adult, guys. Please give me some slack. There's also a trash bin that creates poop once the toilet character flushes one of the characters. Yeah, try that one for size. If my intro gag doesn't prove to you guys how I felt about that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's clear like day. Holding hands is a simple thing to do in this game, and it's only used a couple of times. Usually to play Ring Around the Rosie with each other. See, I might be fooled that it is pointless, but that is where you're wrong, fellow viewer. It is used to sprout seedlings into trees, which is needed for the 4 seasons in this game, because you can't have life without trees. As the circle lies, yeah. Whoa, I nailed that. Another tidbit is that characters will speak in different languages depending on what season you are on. Of course, you start out with the default English language, then you got Russian, Korean, and even Japanese. Don't worry, all these text bubbles are translated, so no need to break out the Google Translate.
This is really gonna bother me. I mean, how the hell do these characters understand each other? I mean, there's gotta be some sort of a language barrier, right? Am I the only one that's going crazy?
Ohayou gozaimasu, gaijin.
Bruh, I don't even smoke and I'm already tripping out with this.
Привет, товарищ.
Wait a second, I thought I locked the door. Who the hell's letting these strangers in?
Yo nation, salameum, dangsin, chingminda.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know how the hell I'm understanding all of y'all, if I don't even speak your language in the first place. Oh, that's just petty. Now I just gotta figure out a way how to get rid of these people in my room before they butcher the language they're speaking in respectively. So apologies to all my Japanese, Russian, and Korean viewers, by the way.
Now let's see what I haven't touched about this game. I did the plot, the controls, the quirks, the characters. Ah, yes, the length of the game. I forgot to mention that. In my playthrough, not including post-game, the game took me about 2.5 hours to beat the game. Pretty short for a game made by Keita Takahashi. Then again, for his types of games, it's more about the experience you get rather than the length of the game itself. The game is $20 on the Epic Game Store, so you know what you are getting when you pay that price. Not that hefty of an entry fee if I do say so myself. No, seriously, don't let the icon fool you into thinking that is a weird indie game. Well, I mean, technically it is. However, it is made by a beloved developer in the gaming industry. If there were negatives to this game, and there are not that many to be quite honest, one of them will be the puzzles. Some of these puzzles give barely any hints, or are not helpful by any means, or the solutions are just blatantly obvious. It's all over the place, the types of information they give to you. Like for example, there is this mission where you have to help Adore find his friends. The only hint he gives you is this weird shaped looking thing. Looking at it, I think to myself and I thought, what the hell is that? I had to look at what the object was because I thought it was a flower at first, but it turns out to be a goddamn fork. Not so clear on what they want you to find. Another gripe I have is on the technical level. I don't know if this is on the Epic Game Store's part or if this is the game itself, but when I was near the end of the post game, the game just flat out crashes. I do have footage of me trying to reopen the game, but to no avail. I barely make it past the initial loading screen at this point. This might be related to me using OBS to record the game, but I haven't done any testing to do so. Thankfully, I've already beaten the game at this point. Now this is the part where I go into spoiler territory, but I'm not going to do that in this video because I feel it won't do the game justice if I just explain what happens in the end. Hence why I implore you, the viewer, to play this game for yourself and draw a conclusion for yourself. I explained the story to you and now I want you to play the game for yourself. You might surprise yourself with what you might see at the end of the road. Hell, even a certain little prince might grace your presence, or even a quadrupedal worm character might fly out of nowhere, if you know what I mean.
All subtle hints aside, Wattam takes everything that is wholesome and puts it all together into one game. And then again, I'm doing this. Feels like I'm starting a fire with this thing. Oh well, I'll keep it in the video. Something so innocent as making friends and going on adventures with said friends and the camaraderie that goes along the way. There's just something about the game that just triggers that inner child within you. Albeit a bit childish, this game can resonate with a 25-year-old decrepit soul just like me. Did I just downplay myself? Oh man, did rethink my life a bit. Playing this game almost seems like a therapy session in some sorts after just, getting back home from work after taking all the mental and physical abuse at the same time. You just want to just relax and just take everything in for what's granted in this game. It's almost like finishing an RPG in a sense that, I don't want to be playing another long game after this. I want a little bit of a palate cleanser before I tackle another one. And that's why games like Kirby and Yoshi exist for situations like this in the first place. And that's why my final score for Wattam gets a random poop creature out of 10. Alright guys, new video of 2020. This is Jug signing out, and of course, as usual, see you in the next video.